Good morning, consciousness. It's September 27th, 10:42 a.m. on Sunday. Today's video is about our magnificent, I don't want to call it friend. It's us. It's more than a friend. It's everything. It's the physical manifestation of source energy in our physical world. Water. Water is incredibly important. So if we look here, this is what we're considering water, H2O, 2 hydrogen atoms and an oxygen. Now, each one of these, as you are well aware of, has a magnetic field around it. A torus field, if you will. Now, with these 3 torus fields working together, they create a larger field, a cumulative field, cumulative effect. So every water molecule that we know of has magnetic fields around it, like this, and then they combine and have larger fields that is accumulation of all the contents in this center right here. Now let's delete that, and let's zoom out here. Let's go to the start. This is where I see water starting. Literally the fabric of the universe, the ether. This is the cymatic pattern that you're seeing, this yellow circle here. I'm hoping my cursor is showing up. The last video was kind of slow, you couldn't really see it. But these yellow circles with these flower patterns, that is the accumulation of ether energy, the source energy, and being shaped by thought, by, well, first emotion of source, then thought, and then voice actually as well. And you get cymatic patterns like this. Water literally vibrates, reverberates into shapes. See this drop of water we have here? That is shaped by sound, by the vibration of sound, by resonance. Now, let me, I'm going to sidetrack over here for a moment. This is the image I'm looking for. So this is a quick example of how we are manifesting this reality in front of us. So this body here, this is an energy body. Don't think of this as a physical person standing there. You can if you'd like, but it's energy. You are source energy in a, well, you hear the Rumi quote, we're not the ocean, we're not a drop, we're an ocean in a drop. So we are the ocean, but we've chosen to give ourselves shape, individuality, free will. We had a thought, a desire to create and live in a more limited sense. So we create this energetic body here. And then this energetic, it's consciousness, it's your conscious awareness. Once you create that, you begin to whirl around you. Whoops. You begin to whirl around you a spiral, a torus. This is just a quick image of what I'm talking about, so you can see you're literally immersed. Your ear would be in this too. All your senses would be immersed. So this is just a quick peek to see. We're peeking through the veil into this reality. As you see over here on the left, flower of life pattern again. These 2 patterns are describing the ether, the actual vibration, as I said. This is called the Doherty set up here. I encourage you to look at his work, but you can get every shape pretty much off of this work. It shows you the fractals and the building blocks of life. You see the torus flowing through here. The toroidal donut with the circle around here, coming all the way around. Here's another one. So we have donuts everywhere. It's torus. That's how, as I said in lesson 1 and 2, that is the thought, the emotion of God. Source had a desire to create, and then we, being Source, had a desire to experience that creation in a limited sense. So we bury ourselves in it, to a sense. We immerse ourselves in it. Now, the reason I'm showing you this part is because when we immerse ourselves, let's go over here. That's a peek for the next video. So when we immerse ourselves in this water, it begins to take shape. Our thoughts and emotions affect every molecule of water in this reality. It's how it works. It's designed that way. It's a beautiful system. So on the top left here, you see thank you. That's when, this is from Dr. Emoto. I highly recommend, I didn't pull his videos up on YouTube here, but I will. But Dr. Emoto, you can read his books, watch his videos. What they did was they got water from different locations around the world and expressed different emotions and thoughts and words to that water. And then they flash froze that water and then looked at it under a dark microscope. This is what they see. When you say thank you, you see a beautiful harmonious pattern like that. See the octagon? See the almost like a beehive? Perfect structure right there with the branches coming off of it. That is gratitude. We are literally looking at a physical manifestation in water of gratitude. That emotion that you have when you're thankful. When somebody gives you a gift and you have that smile, that warmth in your heart, you're shaping every cell in your body. Whoops. Just like, I don't know why that moved over like that. You're shaping every cell in your body, like that top left one. When you go the opposite, you can see in the middle, it distorts it. There's no shape. It's acidic. It's jostled. See on the bottom, you'll see water before prayer. No good shape to it. Just chaotic acidic. After prayer, it's been structured. It's in harmony. It has shape to it. See love and appreciation up here? Shape to it, harmony. And we can get these even cleaner and crisper than this. There's a lot of variables involved. The environment you're in, if there's Wi-Fi, if there's radio frequency, which the whole planet's ringing like a bell right now because of this out of balance egoic system that we have around us. We used to do this a lot more gentle. We used to have pyramid power that was subtle. It wasn't distorting our water. We didn't have endless wars. We weren't violent with each other as much. So this is a shape of ego being out of balance, or like, whoops, it keeps moving. I don't know why it does that. So it'd be acidic. So going back over to water, it keeps wanting me to show you guys the whole map here, and I don't want to go too deep into that yet. So water, I've already showed you before, the hydrogen and oxygen atom. This has its own torus field. This torus field is recording everything it touches, everything it's around, everything that's inside of it, what comprises it. So as this one of many hydrogen atoms, water molecules, is combining with the rest of them, it can flow, it can flow in harmony like this. When water's flowing down a stream like this, it's rolling. Every rock it touches, it's pulling some minerals and shedding some dirt that it doesn't need. A negative charge, a positive charge actually, the ones that take away power. So that's another thing about our system. Positive is opposite of what is actually happening. If you have a positive sign on your equation, it's actually stealing electrons. And if it's a negative, it's actually giving electrons. So that's why they say negative ion areas, rivers, are good for you, because they're giving you electrons for your body. So this river would be something that's good for your body. The water's rolling over stone. It's going through the harmonious harmonious environment of these mountains, these trees, these rocks, these bends and turns of the riverbanks. All of that is affecting it. The magnetic field of the earth that's flowing in this whole area, everywhere. There's magnetic charge everywhere. All of it is affecting that water. And that water has memory. The shape of that hydrogen and oxygen atom combined forms a triangle, a shape. When those bonds are together, they absorb and retain the information that they come across. So here's a video, Ken Wheeler. This is one of the guys that I talk about a lot in my channel. Brilliant mind.
Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus now.
Must have clicked on something. Water's memory, and where is it? So he explains in this video where the memory's at, and then on the next one is how to structure water. I don't want to ruin the video. I'd like you to watch it, but in short, what he uses on this bottom video, he's using a powerful magnet, a magnetic field. Earth has magnetic fields. Rocks have magnetic fields. Nature has magnetic fields. So if you're in the city, this is a quick example he showed us for people living in city water, and you know, city water records everything you put in it. So think about anyone that's using the bathroom toilet, and then it goes to a sewage treatment plant, goes through 90-degree turns, you know, old pipe. It's remembering all that instead of a natural, crisp, clean river like this. So as he's describing it, you can literally erase that memory with a powerful magnet in this bottom video, and then start from scratch. Roll it over some clean rocks, run it through some copper pipes, put some pyramids around it, some crystals. There's many ways to re-record the energy that you want in your water, which would then be your body, because your body is nearly all water. Every cell of our body. Let's go to that photo. Every cell of our body. What do you see there? I mean, this looks crowded. This image is not ideal for what I'm talking about here, but basically this nucleus in the middle, that's what matters. That's the powerhouse. That's the DNA. So if you go over here, this DNA is right there. So that DNA, this stuff all here, is recording everything. See these lines in here, the A, the T, the G, the C? These compounds are set up in an organization that's recording. It's mapping. It's recording everything that goes into your body, on your body, near your body, around your body, or even in your thoughts, emotions especially. That's the most potent, is your emotions, then your thoughts. Remember, your heart field is more powerful than your brain, 5,000 times more magnetically. I have a picture of that we'll get to in a second. But everything's being recorded in this DNA. Once this DNA records it and wraps it all up over here into proteins, you then make chromosomes. Chromosomes end up in the nucleus. As the ether, the ocean, the water, the fluid that we live in. I'll give you a reference of this one right here. That's the water, but actually what I'm speaking of is ether that moves like water. Water is just denser ether. It's ether that has been slowed down into matter, put it that way. And that's everything. Everything is ether, and then it becomes matter if it slows down and takes shape based on consciousness, you know, emotions and thoughts. So this DNA is being vibrated by that ether. Think of a net in water as you're pulling a net, or actually think of like a fishing lure. There are fishing lures out there. I don't know if any of you fish. I don't anymore, but when I did eat fish, you'd have lures that would wobble in the water as you cast them. So as you're pulling them, they would vibrate and shake to attract the fish. Same idea. Your DNA is in the waters of the ether, and how it's shaped dictates how it vibrates based on that water, that ether running through it. Because remember, ether is so small, it's going through everything. It's in everything. You hear this in mainstream science now. They call it neutrinos. They pass through all matter, or they call it dark matter. They're beating around the bush to try to not say what's actually happening. They're trying to ignore the elephant in the room and making it a false teaching of science outside yourself instead of the true spiritual knowledge of inner self. So it's mirror work, projection work. That's how these magicians do it. That's how they can contribute to the illusion that you're trapping yourself in, if you choose to. But again, it's all up to us. So based on this DNA, I set a 20-minute alarm. I didn't want to go past 20 minutes, but I want to finish this up. So based on this alarm, based on the knowledge that everything, let's go back here, everything is being recorded in this DNA, everything, and then that cell is taking shape. The cell takes shape based on the resonance recorded here and the ether moving through it. Okay, that's how your body, our bodies work. Knowing that, you can heal absolutely everything, all of it. The physical material universe, from atoms on up, is an acoustic pressure phenomenon floating in a sea of electromagnetic tensegrity. Tensegrity, I've never heard that word. All right, on the left you see an unretouched cymatic pattern. This, what you're seeing, is a certain frequency. Let's delete that little line there. This is a frequency, a cymatic pattern. So I don't know what the pattern they're using here exactly, but say like this music you're listening to in the background is 432 hertz. I picked this music because 432 is a harmonious, resonating frequency. 440 hertz, like our Western music has been changed to back when the Nazis were working on manipulating the masses, as they still are today, they switched it to 440, which is a distortion. It makes our bodies grow unharmoniously. Stress, anxiety, imbalance. This on the left is a picture showing you that a frequency literally manifested this tomato. This tomato comprises of water mostly, and then some minerals. Thought, creation, thought, emotion, thought, made a vibration like this one in the ether. That ether coalesces into matter and gives you this tomato. Now, I'm simplifying it, but that's essentially what happens. You are literally saying, like God said, let there be light, and the thought vibrated the ether, which created reactions which produce light. So it's essentially that's what's going on. That's how physical matter is made. That's how our bodies are made. Oops, I went too far. Deleting. I want to delete that. Okay, so we have a basic fundamental understanding of water and ether and how it affects our cells. I believe you grasp that now. Another quick update on it. This is what I said. When you have positive charge, it's going to steal. So on the top up here, this one's got a positive charge. It's going to steal electrons from these two right here as this water passes by, as this molecule, oxygen. Alkaline water, as it passes through, it drops off charge. So your body is now rejuvenated. Your cell is rejuvenated. This cell no longer has to become cancerous. It no longer has to be out of balance and bring your body out of balance, because you've provided electrons from alkaline water to balance the equation that is this cell. You can look at it as math. Music, math, harmony, cymatics, it's all vibration. However it helps you best understand it is the best way to look at it, really. There's no right or wrong. If it's right for you, it's right for you. Here's a quick example. Now water, think of it, this is a cell, okay, the cell membrane here. So we're looking at the outside layer of a cell, just getting ready to enter the cell from right here. Now if your water is vibrating at an acidic vibration, it's going to be vibrating so fast that it won't penetrate. It'll get stopped. If it's too alkaline, it'll be too slow and stop and not go in. If it's vibrating at just the right speed, 7.35 to 7.45 hertz, pH, not hertz, minus 25 millivolts, it will go into the cell, remove toxins, and take them out, and drop off the electrons that we just talked about. So water needs to be at the right pH. If it's not, it will not work. Here's another example. See how these particles are real large on this side and they can't go in? Now, this is treated and untreated water. This is not to look at exactly what's going on. This is just a quick reference. When these molecules are too large, they don't fit in the cells of your body. This is actually for a filter apparatus, I believe, but this is a good reference for the cell as well. But when it's in the right pH, right frequency, it goes in with no problem. That's what we need for cells to thrive. You need water going through them. It's a torus. It needs to flow. Let's look at the torus. Before we go there, let's look at this beautiful water. I love water. It makes me thirsty looking at it right now. So, torus field. Let's go there. Over here. Everything has a torus. All of it. Here's your heart. 60 times stronger electrically and 5,000 times stronger magnetically than the brain. So magnetism, you'll see this being used in front of us. MAGA, Make America Great Again. It's magnetism. They're going to be introducing, hopefully, if they're doing what I believe they're doing for harmony, for helping, they're going to be releasing magnetic technology, free energy devices, healing devices, etc. Again, your body is resonating at a frequency. It's got a magnetic field around it. If it's out of balance, you can use magnetism to heal or make it worse. So we can heal absolutely everything, any imbalance in the body. There's a proper way of doing it through the inner work, and then there's the artificial version of seeking outside yourself for pharmaceuticals and things like that. Now, I'm not saying getting a magnetic device to help bring you in alignment is wrong at all, but relying on things outside of you only instead of looking within, that I disagree with. And again, that's my opinion. You don't have to go off what I say. Please think for yourself and figure this out yourself. This tree right here, see the magnetic field around it, the torus? See the root system? Goes out, comes back around, sucks up the nutrients in the roots, and grows out.